This is Shelley Craft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the 40th Annual New Orleans Investment Conference 2014. With me is Edward Kelly, Inca One Gold Resources, symbol IO on the TSX Venture and INCAF in the U.S. Ed, welcome to SNNLive.
Thanks, Shelley. It's great to be here again.
It's good to have you. Let's get right into it. Talk to us. Give us an overview on Inca.
Yeah, Inca One Gold is a gold ore processing company in Peru. We've bought a plant about just over a year ago. We've gone through some renovations to it and upgrades, and we're currently expanding the production capacity by 400%, and it'll be completed by the end of this year.
Do you do exploration or you simply produce?
Simply, we are in the gold ore processing business. So we buy gold ore from the artisanal and small-scale miners, which is big business in Peru, about a $3 billion market just in the gold space alone. And we basically do a revenue share with them that works out to be about a 50-50 split.
So you must be pretty busy these days.
Yes, traveling down to Peru probably about once a month, and then different investor conferences and all the operations in Canada, so on and so forth. Yeah, it's a busy time.
How big can you become?
Well, it's a big market.
It's a tough question.
Yeah. Well, there are certain constraints to it in the sense that there is under the Permitting Act, you can only be at 350 tons per day, which at 350 tons per day, you're going to be probably about a $250 million market in sales, top line sales. But we plan to have multiple plants, and we're looking at different plants all the time and grow our business that way. So not just in one location, but in strategic locations up and down the coast of Peru.
What's your background?
My background is in marketing and finance. So I don't come from the traditional mining space, which traditionally miners are afraid of this kind of business. But my last business I was in the retail specialty coffee space. And I went up and competed against Starbucks every day. So I'm not afraid of working in this space.
Well, I think, you almost have, in the way I'm looking at this, you don't have to be a resource exploration company. You've got customers that need to process their product. Why not be in the business of having everybody come to you? I kind of like that better.
Yeah. And in Peru, as I mentioned, this space of gold ore processing is big business. It's about a $3 billion market. Recently, the government in Peru, every once in a while they do have some, any government does have some positive policy changes, and that's exactly what's happening in Peru right now. Bit of a revolution going on, but out of these revolutions are born great businesses, and tremendous opportunities are sprung, and that's what's happening in Peru right now.
Who has the offtake, in other words, who's the ultimate customer for the gold? Being that the artisans are bringing the gold to you, do they sell it to you, or is it a joint venture? What's the relationship of the transaction?
A lot of times people ask, okay, you're in the toll milling business, you're in the ore processing business, and at the end of the day, we're in the ore processing business because we actually buy the ore, take possession of it. We take the risk and the metallurgy and the gold prices on, but we own the gold at the end of the day. And what I've learned in this business, you can produce as much gold as you want, and you always have a buyer.
So, Ed, your final question. What does 2015 look like for the company?
Well, 2015, we are looking at for our first full year of 100 tons per day capacity, and that'll equate to about $30 million a year in our top line revenue. Our bottom line on that for a gross operating profit is going to come in around $9 million, and that equates to about 10.5 cents per share. And currently our market cap today is about 10 million and 15 cents per share.
How many tons are you figuring you're going to run?
We are predicting about 34,000 tons for 2015.
Very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a website.
Our website is inca1.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Inca1.com, INCA1.com. Ed Kelly, Inca One Gold Resources, publicly traded company, symbols IO on the TSX Venture, INCAF in the U.S. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNN Live. We're at the 40th Annual New Orleans Investment Conference 2014. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me again.
You got it.